What's good? We're back in the building. Welcome to the Illegal Opinions Podcast, the last place for real talk. I'm your host, Sam Ridley.
Sam, you get on my last nerve.
Here with my man, Marcus Palmer. Y'all already know what it is.
That's right,
man.
that's right.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
I feel good, man. It's getting warm outside, finally. You know what I'm saying?
For you, man. Cali weather is so weird. Man. It's warm in the afternoon, but in the morning you need like a jacket, a coat, and some long johns. It's stupid. It's real stupid.
So it's not like on the videos and shit? I thought it was like, you know.
Maybe at their house it ain't like that where I'm at. Maybe it's hot in the hills, like the money keep you insulated.
Oh yeah. You got to tuck that shit in there. And them bubble jackets.
I guess. Oh man, but yeah, thank y'all again for coming through listening. I already know y'all are waiting for it to drop on some platforms, but thank you to our YouTube people that constantly give us feedback on the show. Mm-hmm. Hey, I done heard some people say that they like our stuff better than some of these big name podcasts just for the audio quality.
I heard the same. And just for what? This is episode 5?
Episode 5. And statistically, once we get rolling, this is the 5 episodes nobody's going to listen to but the hardcore fans that's with us right now. So thank y'all. Thank y'all, man. We back again. Did you have a good weekend this week? You didn't go see another 12 Years a Slave or...
Nah, man, I didn't see 12 Years a Slave. I
figured you want to follow up Harriet with something, you know.
I mean, speaking of, I worked like a fucking slave in my yard on Saturday. So
Oh, yard boy.
Yeah, so that was me. So I went and fucked around in the yard for a bit, man. That's kind of another gauge for how you know you're getting older is after you go and, you know, just drag some shit around the yard, cut the grass, do a little edging, you know, regular, you know, adult shit.
What up, old nigga?
And then when you wake up the next morning, you're sore from just like that part. Yeah.
Something that was some regular shit for you like back in the day, right?
What up, old nigga?
Yeah, just some easy peasy shit before. You know, before I was, you know what I'm saying, pushing a lawnmower up a hill, a mile or two to go cut some neighbor's grass for $20.
Yeah, you pushed the lawnmower around the whole neighborhood when you was a kid, right?
Not a problem.
Nah, I'm gonna be looking for somebody's trailer now.
And they don't even like hand. Hey,
I'll pull it up to the crib.
Yo, no shit. I saw a guy across the street from me who was doing it. Who was like, you know, a little lawn service. Him by himself, right? Little riding lawnmower. I walked halfway across the street to approach him. And I saw when he spun the lawnmower around, he had on a Make America Great hat. And I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that one.
I'm cool,
I cut my own grass, motherfucker. Making this grass great again. Fuck that. So
you want to cut your nigger grass anyway.
I know, right? Yeah. Could you imagine what he did to my fucking yard? He would have tore my shit. I would have walked. It would have been a fucking burning cross in my yard by the time you fucking got done.
Oh man.
So I did that shit, man. Just joking. Not all Trump supporters are racist. Everybody relax.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
But
most of them.
Like you don't even get the kids knocking on the doors anymore to come and cut your shit. Remember, like people would come in the house, knocking on the door. Hey, can I cut your grass? Me and my little dirty ass cousin for like $5-10.
Hey, real
now.
Talk. Like, we talking about them Trump supporters, but fuck him. I like the Mexicans out here in California. They'll come do stuff for the low.
For the lowski-woski.
And I'm fine with that. So, like, yeah, he'll never get that vote.
Oh, yeah. So, man, that's all I did, really. I did a lot of other bullshit. You know, went to Costco. Something light. Went to Costco, picked up a little, you know, pack of ramen bowls.
You ain't get
that's about it, though.
The toilet paper and the water because people weren't wiping their ass until this virus came out, apparently.
Which is crazy. People weren't wiping their hands or wiping their ass.
Yeah, man. Like I was in Sam's Club this weekend and the lines was stupid and everybody's cart just was mainly toilet paper, Gatorade, water because they had ran out of the water. They couldn't get it out fast enough. And I'm like, how come you ain't never hydrate before? Wait, it's weird. It's weird.
Does the virus?
It's getting worse, but it's not. With toilet paper?
Does it make you shit more? That's why I don't.
It maybe once you get it, that's the first symptom. Like you just walking and shit. Like you thought it was a fart, and you're like, oh damn, that's that 19. That's that COVID.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing I can think. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I that's all I did this weekend. I went I went to Sam's, came back to the house, and was trying to get into some of these video games that my kids is playing now. And it's different. I don't know how to put it. It's different.
I was gonna hit you about that this weekend, but I didn't because we have this fucking podcast now, so we don't really talk anymore. So
discount friendship.
Discount friendship plus.
It does.
So,
not plus, nigga. All right, so,
so I got on. I haven't played because we used to be real hardcore gamers, right? For everyone who's listening, a little bit of background on Sam and I. Both military, grew up. That's how we met. Actually, was in the military. Like all military guys, when you come in, you don't have a lot of money, but you do have a lot of money to do a few things. One of those things is buy video games.
I remember at one point it was, hey, you buy this game and I'll buy that game and we'll swap because we ain't got the money for both.
Exactly. So, hey man, can you split screen that game? Okay, I can play too.
Yep.
All right. Remember, we used to get the TVs. Hey man, somebody go get another TV. Bring your TV down here. We'll plug these bitches in together, and we could fucking throw the blanket, the Halo. Oh, come on. Okay,
man. But check it out. Far. All of that you just said was the social aspect of gaming. Like people like to act like gamers was so recluse and
nah.
I like that a lot of these stereotypes is going away. We'll get to that. But back then, that was how we communicated. Okay, we all gonna get together. We gonna do this. We gonna drink.
Yeah, that was your multiplayer.
That was you had to be there. Yeah. I threw my son a birthday party. You just made me think of this. Mm-hmm. Last year, I had all of his little friends over, because I had to figure out who they were because all I heard was their names through the TV when they was playing games on
right. Right.
I get them all to the house, right? I hear them kind of talking, but not really. Not like I would when they was yelling at each other through these matches they playing online. And I go up front, and these little niggas is looking at each other like, I really want to go home so I can play with you.
Oh, what?
Think about it, though. The games now are all online. Like, there ain't even an option for y'all to play in the same room.
Not at all.
So they were all looking at each other like, well, what the fuck we supposed to do now? I didn't expect to ever run into you this way.
Not this way.
It's trippy, man. So I tried to get on the games with him because there is some that, it's like, oh, Dad, there's this game called Dauntless. Because I hate Fortnite. That shit is, like, it drives me crazy. And all it is an RPG that you play together. So I got on with them. We killed a monster together. And then I was like, so what do we do now? And they were like, well, you can buy some armor, and then we'll fight another monster. I was like, so there's no storyline? Like, what are we doing together right now? Like, there's no point to it. I don't know. I need to know that what I'm doing is going to lead to something. And they don't care about that anymore. They just want to be online, swinging pickaxes and building wood bridges with each other. It's wild.
That's the I don't know. I guess you want to call it. That's where the ADHD for me comes into that. Like, because there is no storyline. There is no point A, point B, point C.
Nothing's happening.
It's all straight up and down. Like, okay, so I got on which was one of our biggest games, right? I started playing Modern Warfare multiplayer.
Right. Yeah, Modern Warfare
over the weekend, right? Oh my gosh! Like, don't even, you know what I mean? So get on that, and I haven't been online playing a video game and fucking since I started having to pay for it, right? Because at one time PlayStation was free to play online,
right?
And he started charging you, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, right? So. There was a fucking sale like Black Friday or whatever when they were saying, you can get the whole year for like $30 or something like that. I'm like, I'll do that.
That's decent. Okay.
Right. So I did it. Remembered that shit over the weekend. Got online, played this game. I don't talk to motherfuckers online, right? But you can hear them. You know what I'm saying? You can hear people fucking talking.
You mean they're like the people in the chat party? You don't get up with them? Hey, man, let's do this thing. None of that.
No. Before the game start, I ain't got nothing to say to y'all motherfuckers. Like, no. We just go in here, shoot some people in the face, get this W, and get out of here.
I'd have met some cool people like that, though.
But it's not the same anymore. It's because they reshuffle the teams now. So it's not like how you would, like, let's say it was 10 people, 20 people matches, 10 people per team. They reshuffle the deck. Completely.
Oh, that's right. You can't be on the same team. Because, see, like, back in the day, and Modern Warfare 2 was a while ago, but It was some nigga on the other team named Yo Mama Love Donnell. Right? And he was good. So whenever, he'd kill you, he was sniping from a distance and your body falling on the ground, it'd be like, you been killed by Yo Mama Love Donnell. You took that shit hella personal, bruh. I was like, I'm gonna kill this fool.
You looking for him?
Yeah, that my whole. I was like, he gotta die. He gotta die.
And then that's a good way to learn about revenge for kids, right? Because you always figure out playing video games, especially a game like that. Revenge will get you smoked faster than anything else. When you running around trying to find that motherfucker that killed you, you will die.
You're gonna die like 5 more times just looking for him.
Just looking for him. He's gonna kill you 3 of those 5 times.
I got
because he knows.
And it's traumatic too because that Yo Mama Love Donnell dude was at least 10 years ago.
Donnell.
That was at least 10 years ago. Then I found myself playing one of the newer Call of Duties and kept getting killed by a dude named Milk My Dick. And that was I was like, I think I sent him a personal message. I was like, nah, he got to know how I feel.
Say, bro.
And I was like, then I felt stupid after that too. You know what I'm saying?
Because you had to call him Milk My Dick, and then
Yeah, I had to type MIL milk my like. I was like, all right, this is stupid right now.
But, like my with 3 eyes and shit.
Okay, but now you got a son, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, and my kids are 10 and 12 now. Do you feel like you're gonna have to monitor what they play?
Got to, dog. And that's kind of what I was getting to. I was alluding to that.
Okay.
The way these people talk online now is fucking insane.
Is it really that different though? And that's what I mean. It's crazy, but we can't say we won't saying some wild stuff to each other back then.
But back then, I wasn't playing Halo with my white friends and them calling me a nigger.
Okay.
While sitting 5 feet away from me.
Facts.
That shit is different. Like people, this guy was like, I'm going to kill all the niggers in here. If your character is black, I'm shooting you in your fucking nigger face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's Activision? Like,
what is that? Somebody do something about
somebody. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. And I've only run into that type of ignorance a handful of times, but more times than not, you can find a good match. But every now and then, if somebody's stupid, you got the option to mute them. Depending on the mood you're in, when you start playing, though, you'd be like, oh, no, I'm just going to go find this motherfucker and go head up with him. But when my kids was playing Fortnite, that was a big concern in my house for a long time. Like, I don't want them playing these games with these strangers online. So we just had to talk with them of, like, don't tell them where you live. Don't give them any personal information, that sort of thing. And then after a while, like I can see everything my son's doing in his PlayStation chats. And he was going in with this kid and he was like, you suck. I tell you what, he was talking about my younger son. He was like, oh, your brother sucks. And my oldest son fired back at him. Well, I'm sure you swallow.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now, wait. And when I saw that, I was like, first of all, I was like, what he know about that?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Like, who taught you about these bitches? I gotta stop calling them bitches. They russets from now on. I'll explain that shit later. I don't think I told you. I started calling them russets, bro.
Okay.
When we finish with this kid conversation, remind me.
All right, we'll get into potatoes right after this.
Goddamn russets. So they're online. They going back and forth. So of course I had to ask him about it. Like, as much as I'm a comedian, I'm like, all right, nah. Sometimes I gotta pull it back and parent. And I was like, hey, man, what you doing, saying this type of stuff or whatever, And he was like, I was just defending Micah. I know that wasn't probably the right thing to say, but I was defending my brother.
Dig that part.
I could not be mad at it. As much as I see them go at it, you know how brothers can be.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm cool with it, but don't talk like that. Like, please, I can see everything you're doing. Like, don't give me a reason to be mad at you. Like, just don't talk to that kid, whatever. And he was just like, all right, fair enough. And I let it go. But like, I know for me, playing violent games, if you think about it, playing Contra back in the day on Nintendo, you didn't do nothing but shoot people. Yeah. It's just as violent as Modern Warfare, right?
Oh, yeah. No, it's not. It's not. It's different.
Yeah, graphically, but you're still making the same action.
Well, no, I mean, you're shooting fucking like mostly like dragons and aliens and shit. That fucking swirly motherfucker that would always kill me in the first level of Contra.
No,
anyway,
when the game first starts, it's a bunch of like Boy Scouts with backpacks on.
Yeah.
And you shoot them in the chest and they blow up. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you shooting real people. They
Suicide bombers.
Yeah, they just didn't bleed, but you still killing people.
But that's the difference, though. Like they were saying that about the Marvel movies. Like as much death as there is in the Marvel movies, the reason why they've gone so far and made so much money and has lasted this long is because they don't show any blood, any real blood. Like you might bleed from the mouth or whatever, but there'll be some cats getting fucked up in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
But they don't show the bloody part of it. And I think that's the difference, because I remember, like I was playing Modern Warfare when I had my son in here running around, right? I usually try to play violent games like that when he's either sleeping or not here. So there's one time I'm playing it, he woke up from a nap, right? So one time I'm playing it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish this one game and I'm gonna get off this thing. So the game ends, I get the final kill. And the final kill is a point blank shot. This guy running around the corner. I'm going around the corner too. And I just happen to pull the trigger and I shoot him all over his fucking chest and face, right? That sounds nasty.
Yeah, yeah.
I shoot with the bullets.
I was like, let's see how far he digs this one. What game was it? You was playing Leisure Suit Larry or something.
Oh my. Okay, so I was doing that, right? Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare. So I shoot him up. So then, you know, at the end where it's saying, you know, final kill, and it shows me running around the corner, and I shoot this guy in his face, and it's fucking do. Blood.
With the slow-mo, right?
With the slow motion. And my son's in here kind of stopped and he watches it. And I'm like, okay, I got to turn this shit off. That's the difference between Contra and the shit just blowing up like a Tetris fucking block, and this dude seeing me shoot this other cartoon character in the face, blood, and I get awarded for it after that. Like, fucking, yo, you got this badge, you got that badge, you got this badge. I'm like,
congratulations, right?
Yo, so
you murderer.
Yeah. You fucking mercenary. Look what he did to this guy and his poor family. Yeah, so yeah, I had to stop doing that. But no, when they get to a certain age, I mean, I think they know. Because I'll never blame video games for the violence we see in schools and in the street. That's just stupid.
Yeah, because, I mean, I grew up playing that stuff, and I'm playing the new stuff now, and I, strangely, haven't killed anybody yet. Strangely
enough, haven't killed one person.
Not one person, and some of them I might have felt away. but it wasn't like I was sitting there arguing with them and thought to myself, man, if I had a claymore. Like, no, that's not how that works, so I'll never understand that correlation.
You don't see like a crab crossing the street and go and jump on top of that motherfucker and then like, bam! Then go running and
where I am.
Eat a mushroom. Oh
yeah, I'm not plucking onions out the ground. But you know what I'm saying?
Throwing them at ducks and shit. Wouldn't that be some funny shit?
Hey, we doing that shit. Next time we going to a park and just throwing fruit at ducks.
Yo, oh man. No.
Grab a flower and then just start hurling fireballs at people. Like, for what?
Oh man, that'd be fucking great.
Oh man. That's gonna be the lick, man. I'm gonna walk up to a chick and eat a mushroom and stand on my tippy toes. Like, hey, look.
Look at that.
Look at that. I'm big now. I'm big.
Do.
You know what? Hey, let's go to the mall and like just run real fast into somebody and then just drop a bunch of rings and see if they look crazy.
Oh man,
I'm gonna do that shit, man. I'm crazy enough to do some shit like that. Anyway, all right. So this was my thing with the kids playing the games. Like I had to look for these cues from my kids. Like we watch movies and stuff, and at the point where I knew they realized what they were watching was violence.
Okay.
I was like, there's no point in me censoring them from playing games because one of two things is going to happen. The kids that are at school, and of course you can't tell nobody how to parent, their friends are already playing these games, and you sitting there being that parent that's like, no, you can't play that game with your friends because they're using guns. I don't want to be that parent, but at the same time, if I feel like the other parents are just moving too fast, to each his own. And that's all good. But my kids we went and watched Batman versus Superman, and they pretty much leveled the city. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no telling how many people they killed.
Yeah.
And and again, like you said, there was no blood. Because a building, it wasn't like they were showing you the inside of people like buried under rubble. But that's what I was thinking. I was like, that was an office building full of people just now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, sure.
Just now.
Yeah. There's one lady that they can see, but behind her is about 4 other people that just died. You know? And when we left, my son was like, wasn't it like a lot of people like when they just did? And I was like, okay, he's got it. You know? Why am I censoring him?
That happened in Man of Steel also. Didn't that with the gravity shit?
You know what? Yeah, that's the movie I was talking about was Man of Steel.
Okay.
I should have known that. I was in that. So that right there
Superstar.
You know? So extra. So
read all about it though.
Hey, I'm on screen for a whole 0.5 seconds. It's on my shelf and I'm claiming it. So at that point I was like, you know what? I really can't be mad at them. But Christmas rolls around this year, right? Mm-hmm. And they got like these gift cards for like $50 on PlayStation Network. And they were like, oh, well, what can we do? And I already told them, stop with the microtransactions. I'm not buying you fake money. Or, you know, you're spending it on stuff that's not real. It's like, if you're going to spend it, buy a game. And they were like, well, what game can we get? 10 and 12. I was like, get whatever game you want out the network. And they were like, whatever I want. I was like, yeah. Because in my mind, I was like, it's $50. Games cost 60. Right?
Yeah.
Typically. Didn't think about the Christmas sale. Guess what game was $13? Grand Theft Auto. GTA 5. $13, bro.
Right.
Look, when they told me, because all I do is get notifications on my phone. When they download a demo, I get it. When they do we're going to play this game, I can see them doing it. That shit popped up on my phone. Thank you for your purchase of Grand Theft Auto twice. So I knew both of them bought it.
Right.
And then I saw the price. I was like, shit, I'm going to get me one. You know what I'm saying?
You went and got hey, I mean, you know.
Hey, it was cheap. I was like, that's a deal.
$14?
That's
no
a deal.
Shit.
And I was like, all right, I did make the mistake of saying, get whatever game you want. Now I want to see what they're doing in the game. And more to the point, I hadn't played a Grand Theft Auto since the San Andreas one.
Yeah.
And was like, all right, let me see how much this has evolved. Like the graphics and everything that you can do and this and that. Bruh, have you played that?
No, I haven't played 5.
I was in the game for 10 minutes and got my dick sucked.
10 minutes? Damn.
Like 10 minutes, bruh. And it was an accident. I was driving and it was dark and I just stopped because I didn't know which way to go.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. Hey, shit happens, bruh. I'm driving down the street and I stopped just because I was like, let me figure out where I'm supposed to be going. And the broad got in the car. And she was like, find somewhere to park. And I was like, okay. Went in the alley. Now, I remember back in the day, you could pick up girls in the old game. And if you drove into an alley, they'd like pan way out and they just show the car rocking. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
shit. Okay.
That was the old game, bruh. No. You know what happens now? Do you know what happens now? I'm sitting there, right?
Okay.
And she goes, so what are you in the mood for? And a list comes up with different prices.
Oh, did they tell you what they are?
No, they don't. That's the mystery.
Oh, okay.
I was like, damn, I bet Milk My Dick would know what to do, you know? So I'm sitting there, and they had like a $50 option, $100, and $150. So I just picked the cheap one just to see what would happen. And she just like starts doming you up, and they do not zoom out anymore.
What do you mean?
Like, they show, like, I mean, you don't see his dick or
Right.
Like, it's like as if somebody was in front of your car with a camera.
Oh, shit.
So they show him, like, put his hand on top of her head, and he's looking around back and forth, like, making sure don't nobody come around the corner. Bruh, it's wild. So now, she finishes topping you off, and she sits back up and wipes her mouth off.
No way.
It's crazy. And then, they give you the option to keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, like the OxyClean commercial and shit. And wait, there's more. They let you choose if you want to do any of the other options or get your dick sucked again. So I picked the highest option to see what would happen, and she gets on top of you to ride your dick. Oh, and again, they showing you like looking around, making sure ain't nobody coming. And then it ain't just like they're showing the car shaking, you getting rode. She talking shit. She telling you, come in me, daddy.
No. All
of that, bruh. All of that. And then you pay her and she leaves, and then you kill her and get your money back. I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto.
That's what I was thinking. Like, how do you, like, can you just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get your money back because she's already, she gets out and walks in front of the car. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you know.
Hit this R2 real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Thank you. There's no $40 option.
I know. I was like, why is she charging $10 than the market price? Like, pussy is $40, ma'am. She must didn't get the memo, but I got my money back. Whatever.
It's an old game, so maybe, you know, that's a new thing.
But all right, so that was the regular game. You know what I'm saying? That was the storyline. I was like, they're playing the game online together, and I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on there. So I jump online, and you can't do that. At least I haven't been able to. Not that I tried.
Oh, jeez.
I haven't been able to. Hey, head is head. I haven't been able to do that online. But
a mouth's a mouth.
Mouth's a mouth. Nah. So I start playing the game with my kids online. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not into what they're doing. So I couldn't figure out how to join them at first. So I was just playing the game. And in the online game, like you said earlier, where you can just hear people talking, this kid was like, hey, I see you're close to me. You want to do a mission together? And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'll play with the kid. Let's see what this is, you know?
Yeah.
So the kid was like, I'll come to you. He sounded like he was about 10 years old. I said, how old are you? He's like, oh, I'm 13. And I was like, oh, okay, I got a son that's 12. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just go and do a mission over here at this liquor store. Let's rob it. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'll go in the store. You just wait here, and I'll come out, and then you can drive off, okay? He sounded like the nicest kid, bro. All right. We get to the liquor store. He was like, all right, just park right here. He gets out, and I hear him going, dee-dee-dee. He's like humming to himself like kids do. So I see he gets to the register. All of a sudden, through the microphone, I hear, put the money in the motherfucking bag right now. Right now. I'm not fucking with you. Put the money in the goddamn bag. Bruh. I was like, son, kid. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then
he's robbing the place.
I know, but he was talking in the microphone, and I was like, is all of that necessary? He was like, yes. He was like, this motherfucker's not moving fast enough. And I heard 3 shots, bro. And look, and you got to think about this. Like, visualize this shit. I'm sitting in the car in the game though, so I'm looking at the door, like, what's happening in there? You know what I'm saying? So
you're the adult supervision waiting in the car.
So I got out the car because I was like, I got to see what's happening.
Oh shit!
And I go inside, and he just fired 3 shots past the dude's head, but he didn't kill him. And the dude is moving fast as shit. And the whole time I'm telling you this story, he's still yelling at this dude.
Oh man!
Like, yelling everything. He was like, I'll fucking kill you, bro. I was like, kid, chill out. And he was like, no, you have to do that. Let's go. I thought you were supposed to stay in a goddamn car.
Wow.
So we leave, and when we get away, we're driving. The cops is chasing us. And I was like, why were you cussing at this dude like that and this and that? The way the game works now, you really have to yell at the dude you're robbing to make them put the money in the bag faster.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
Like, it's wild. Like, the old game, you could rob them, but you was just holding down, like, the aim button while they put the money in the bag. Now, the microphone picks it up and sends it into the game. So the more you yell at them, the more they feel like their life is in danger, and they really hurry up with the monies.
Bruh, you know how fucking funny that is?
No, dude.
To be sitting in the, like, for one, you meet this fucking kid on the corner who's like, hey, let's go rob this place. And you're like, okay, cool. You drive, since you're the one with the driver's license, you drive this 13-year-old kid.
I was the designated driver for this kid.
To this fucking place. He's like, I'll be right back. And then you hear him fucking humming. It's a small world and shit, walking into this motherfucker.
He was such a nice. I had no idea he was a hardened criminal.
The next thing you hear is, put the money in the motherfucking bag. I ain't playing with you, bitch.
Dude, like, nothing could have prepared me, man.
That is fucking hilarious. My fucking hands are sweating.
I know my kids are good, though, because they rob the stores, too. I mean, you have to in the game. But
I know my kids are good because they rob the stores, too.
Let me finish, goddammit. Hold on. Let me finish. That sounds bad out of context. Look, that's the part that they're going to crop to cancel me in 10 years. Right there.
Yeah.
That's the line right there. Fuck y'all. So
fuck y'all. Oh shit.
So I stood by the door to listen to them rob the store, and my son just started singing a song from the Spider-Verse soundtrack, like real loud and fast.
Yeah.
Like, cause all it is picking up noise. It doesn't matter what you say to them.
I like my other man approach better though.
Man,
I like that. I like that.
So if your kid is back there doing that, are you gonna be like, yeah, get that money, son?
Nah.
You like that energy though. Keep that same energy.
I do. If I don't know you and you're in fucking, I don't know where you are, right? If you're in, I don't know, in Washington State somewhere, right? And that's how you get down in your garage while fucking your mom is out doing whatever she's doing with fucking the pool guy, and your dad is out at the bar or whatever.
Pool guy.
And that's just how you get down. That's your babysitter. Then yeah, cool. I could laugh at that. That could be funny. Things can be funny without them being in your life. Right? You know, I've seen people say and do things that have nothing to do with me. And I'm like, that shit's funny. But if that was me, that shit wouldn't be funny. So yeah, man.
Man, that was traumatic, but I was just like, okay, now that I know my kids aren't doing that,
yeah,
I can deal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother animal. That was a much longer tangent about video games I meant to go on.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
It's all good. What else we got? All right. No segue. Current events, right? So I got an age-old question to ask you.
Age old. All right.
Because this weekend, a gentleman, and I wish I could find his name because I would tell him he's my hero right now for bringing to light something that I have been going back and forth with people for a while. A dude in Brooklyn on the train, okay? Because there's no way we can't do a podcast right now without talking about the coronavirus since it's so prevalent. So
yes, everywhere. I mean,
a black man on the train, riding the train somewhere, started going off on an Asian dude. Saying, why are you so close to me right now? And like yelling at him to get away from him. I don't want you sitting by me. And then proceeds to start spraying this Asian guy with Febreeze.
Okay.
I don't know why your guess is good as mine why this nigga had a can of Febreeze on the train. To me, he planned on doing this shit when he left the house. Right? But, he sprays this Asian dude with Febreeze because he's Asian and the coronavirus is from China. So he took it upon himself to, kill bacteria with freshness, apparently.
Right.
Because that's just dumb. Like, kill this virus with freshness, not bacteria, before somebody
Yes, because the smell of clean sheets is a known sworn enemy to the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Got that part.
Yeah, But that brings me to this, bro, because, it's fucked up. Can we agree on that?
What part?
That is fucked up for him to spray this Asian guy like that.
Oh, yeah. 100% for sure.
Right?
Yeah. There's no wiggle room in that for me.
Okay, so can black people be racist?
100%.
I think the black community would disagree with you.
That's not the first time.
Oh, yeah. How many people have said, fuck you, Marcus, in this podcast? Well, maybe not this one.
Wait till they get to my Denzel Washington isn't a great actor take.
Oh,
they're going to hate my ass badly.
You can't go for Michael B. Jordan and Denzel in the same quarter.
Oh, you just wait, you motherfuckers.
You're going to have to say that for the next quarter.
Yeah,
but all right.
We're going to wait for the next quarter.
Real shit. We all been online many years.
Okay.
Many black people will argue to you that it is impossible for us to be racist. And they'll say, and this is the reasoning. And I'm not saying I disagree with this reasoning because y'all will hear me say this a lot. Two things can be true. But the reasoning is black people are not in a space to affect other races economically.
Right.
It's a status thing. It's in that respect. So.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
More or less, white people are in positions of power. We're not in those positions of power to affect legislation and to oppress another race.
Okay.
I do agree with that to an extent.
Right.
But I saw people in comment sections under this black dude spraying this dude, and it was like, man, that's racist as hell. And somebody would immediately chime in, black people can't be racist. Respond.
I think that's something that people say because people find any kind of way to make their oppression of other people okay. Like, if you're oppressed, you're going to find a way in your mind to make your oppression of someone else okay with yourself. Like, you're going to make yourself cool with that. For instance, like that. Like the guy saying, well, black people can't be racist because, you know, we are the oppressed people.
Mm-hmm. It's not true. Right?
You absolutely can be racist. I know black people that don't fuck with other black people because they like, nah, I don't fuck with them niggas down there. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. Now white people can be racist towards white people because they say, I don't fuck with no rednecks. I don't fuck with this. I don't fuck with that. Like, you're categorizing these people to be in a different sect than you are. Like, they're not in your section. They have their own subsection of our race, and I don't fuck with them over there. Black people, okay, nigger is the most disgusting word in the world. I won't say in America, I will say in the entire world, on this planet. Nigger is known throughout the cities, the suburbs, the fucking jungles.
I got called a nigger in Croatia.
Who this nigga on that land?
Everywhere. They know. They know when they see you, to get under your skin, no matter where you are, is a nigger. I was in fucking Crete, Greece, and was called a nigger by an African girl because I wouldn't tip her. She was a stripper. And she was like, you guys only come in here and talk to the Romanian women. All of you niggers. Wow. All of you white niggers. All you. So that is a powerful word, okay? So now that being said.
Yeah, I felt a way just hearing that way, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So it's a very, like, it's the worst word. But just because that is attached to black people doesn't mean that we can't be racist because we have the worst word. I know black people that go in on, I'm not eating no Chinese food. I don't eat no fucking dog. Is that not racist?
It 100% is, because the stereotype is they eat dog, right?
Yeah.
So by saying that, it's racist. Now, yeah, and like, let me back up real quick. Mm-hmm. Black comedians get a pass with saying a lot more than every other race of comic.
Yeah.
Because in America, yes, statistically and everything else, and especially if you just happen to be black, mm-hmm. we feel that. We feel that oppression, you know? So we see it all the time. A white guy can't get on stage and say nigga. And they will argue, some of them, why can't I say it? It's comedy. We should be able to do it. Because it's not funny.
Right.
And to most black people, it won't be funny. And yeah, you might get it off in one of them white rooms, but you're not going to your car after that at a black show. And a matter of fact, I saw this question brought up in the fan group. Shout out to the fan group. Of how come other races can't say it? The short answer, you can't. Sorry.
Why do you want to?
Why is that word so important? I feel like there's so much power in that word, and we took it back. And now what it feels like is y'all want that power back again. Because that's the only word that people be like, how come I can't say it?
Well, it's about being a part of the cool culture, right?
I guess.
Black culture is the coolest culture on the planet. Everybody mimics the black culture. People want to be, dressing wise, just being fly.
What Mooney say? Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Bam. Right?
That's it. That's Paul Mooney, one of the goats.
So we made, like, okay, because now people want to be attached to the cool culture. I don't mind white people want to be close to black people. I don't mind Asian people want to be close to black people. I don't mind, Hispanic and black people to me are the same, even though you have some people, they're severely different. But to me, black people and brown people had the same plight in this country. We'll get into that another time. But
absolutely.
They like to align themselves with black people, even though Hispanics are super duper proud of their culture. So lesser so than the other two or three I named before that. So
I agree.
But black people, Indian people, right? They really gravitate towards Indian by, not American Indian, but you know what I mean. So
yeah.
They gravitate hardcore to the black culture, right? So everyone wants to say that word because it's attached to the cool culture. Hey, what's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga? That's my nigga. Because now it becomes, you say that to somebody, that means, that's my homeboy. That's my friend. That's my guy over there. So they want to use it because it's the cool thing coming from the cool culture. But they don't understand, like, when you say that, when "neh" comes out of your mouth, the room stops.
And let me say this right now before one of y'all jump in the comment section on YouTube with that same fucking stupid argument of, well, I've heard y'all say it on this podcast. You're absolutely right.
That's my nigga.
Me and Marcus are both black, and I'm also not calling him a nigger.
Who this nigga on that
That's and the argument for it is so stupid.
It's so stupid, man. Bruh.
Why do you even want to say it is always my question. Why do you want to say it? Why do you want to say it?
Because my logic is, if you know that what it was back in the day, you know what it means to come out of your mouth. Why is it that you want to join that again so badly?
Yeah.
So yes, it makes me look at you away. And then
you know what your people meant by it.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And we know what we mean when we say it to each other.
Exactly.
So it's not an argument that you're ever going to win, my dear white people. Like, y'all got to stop it. Y'all got to stop trying. Let me read the textbook definition out of the Dictionary of Races. A person who shows or feels discrimination or prejudice against people of other races, or who believes that a particular race is superior to another. Mm-hmm. Now, nowhere in that does it talk about economic class. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it can't apply there, but it can mean two things. Yes, you can be racist and hold black people down because of the position you're in. But you can also just not like somebody because of some shit they're doing or because of something you heard. And I feel like people are racist when it goes in their favor.
How do you mean?
When 9/11 happened and you saw somebody in a turban get hemmed up at the airport, were you at the airport speaking up for that injustice?
Nah.
People was icy quiet, and it was not right. And then more to the point, the people with the turbans weren't even on the plane. But that was the stereotype you saw on TV. So everybody all of a sudden was so paranoid of the Muslims and this and that. That's racism, y'all.
For sure.
That too is racism. But it was convenient, and it made you feel safe in it. So you was cool. So this black dude didn't consider what he was doing to be racist. I guarantee it at the time.
Yeah.
And there's a video of it, bro. And if you haven't seen it, the Asian dude did start to speak up and be like, "Why are you acting like this? Why can't I sit there?"
Right.
And dude he just started rambling nothingness, because I think in the back of all of our minds, we know when we being stupid. Mm-hmm. You know when you're just being retarded, and you know that you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. He knew that was ridiculous. And in this day and age, man, I know everybody got a phone in their hand and they're going to start recording. I'd start recording that if I saw a black dude spraying an Asian dude with Febreeze.
Yeah.
Out of context, it's a little funny.
And the Asian guy's like, "Stop it, motherfucker. I'm from Kansas City."
Right. Bruh, he was talking more American than the black dude was.
I'm from Charlotte. Get the fuck off of me.
When Ebola had came out, if somebody had got on a train and sprayed Lysol on an African.
Oh, man. What?
Tell me.
Bruh. Boom.
Man.
Kaboom. Kaboom.
Over. Al Sharpton would have been on it.
Yo, it would have been fucking. Yeah.
He would have been at the podium with that popsicle stick body. Like, it would have been over with. So it's wild to me that, like, I can see black folks try to defend it.
Yeah,
because just off the guise of we can't be racist. That is a wild notion.
I'm sorry, black people that are listening to this, but black people are, because of our paranoia, and I'm not saying it's okay to be this way, but because of our paranoia of our own people trying to get to us, other people trying to get to us, take from us, oppress us. You kind of have your head on a swivel and you're paranoid about a lot of shit. Not saying that none of it is warranted, but along with that paranoia comes a lot of like racism that you don't act out as blatantly as, calling someone a nigger.
Who this nigga?
Because it's not as blatant. It's just different.
It's just different. Like we will, to call back to the last pod. Black people, we have a thing about our space, and this is what we'll do when we don't want to fuck with you because we might be a little about what your intentions are. We will create space between the two of us.
Yep. Real talk.
We'll put a space there. We'll be like, you know what? Like, okay, your kids at the park playing, and then, you know, some Muslim kids show up wearing their garment, right? All of a sudden, the mother goes up and gets the kid like, nah, it's time to go, little Trey. Well, why? I was just playing. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. They be wearing them, you know, they be blowing themselves up and shit. That's a racist statement to make.
Yeah, white Jamel gonna stay around there.
Yeah, white Jamel gonna be over there on the monkey bars.
They chilling.
Yeah, he ain't worried.
But yeah, there's lots of different forms of this racism thing. So to me, you can't just put it in a box of, oh, well, we can't be. I know a lot. Chris Rock did a joke about it. I love my black people, but I hate niggas. And what he was saying in the most comedic way possible is that black people don't even mess with black people sometimes. You know how you'll be like, oh, no, I don't fuck with them niggas.
Don't trust them new niggas over there.
Because, like, you know, man, everybody know that there's some black people around the way that they don't mess with for
Uncle
whatever
Ruckus
reason.
Is out there. There's a bunch of Uncle Ruckuses out there, man.
And whether they're the Uncle Ruckus type or them niggas steal stuff or whatever the case may be. It's like I can't mess with them because they're into something I'm not into. And that might be discriminatory for another reason, but it's still discriminatory. And every white person that's in a place of power ain't keeping you down. Some of them are. A lot of them are. You know, if you've been black your whole life, which I hope if you're listening and you're black that it's not a new revelation. No Rachel Dolezal.
Right.
You know.
Hold on, man. Don't get me started.
No. Leave her alone. Leave her alone right now.
All right.
For now.
I'm cool with Rachel. I was mad about the people mad at Rachel.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I was upset about that.
You were mad at the people that were mad that she was pretending to be black?
Yeah. Because of this.
You just like froze me in place.
because of this. Like, hey, we tell you guys all the time on this pod, we don't talk about everything. We don't have this conversation. So sometimes things like this happen. So
you're mad because she was pretending her whole life to appropriate black culture.
What do you mean by appropriate to me?
This chick was. All right.
Look.
No. Hold on, motherfucker. You know how I feel? You remember when Denzel got shot in the ass and he was like, "You motherfucker," on training day?
Shot me in my ass.
That's how I feel right now. I want to go home, Jake. So check it out. The only thing I'm not mad at her about, and this was the only thing I wasn't mad at her about, is there were a lot of black people that were mad at her for the accomplishments that she was making in the NAACP for black people. And they won't doing shit. So in that respect, I was like, leave her alone because she's doing more for us than you wanted to. But she could have did that white. Be you.
You can't do that nowadays. And this is what the fuck I be talking about. This is what the fuck I be talking about.
Well, no, hold up. What?
Okay, look.
What? So you're telling me that was okay?
No, I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine. I am glad that she went to the black community and became a representation of supporting black people. Right? I'm fine with her with all that shit. You say that she could do it, she could have did it as a white woman. Could she have? I don't know. That's not what she did, right? So people that haven't done half the amount of shit that she had done in that position, like people ran against her for that position. She won the position. So it wasn't like it was given to her because she was white, right? So people are mad that she is in charge over here doing this thing. Didn't fuck nothing up. The only thing that just think about it. The biggest issue.
Nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened. Like the biggest issue was that, hey, she's not really black. That's y'all are mad.
I hate you so much.
That's why that's the thing. She ain't okay. Like she ain't fucking over here stealing no money. Right? She ain't misrepresenting herself out in these streets nah, she them braids, that ain't weave. That's her hair. Like y'all mad about that shit?
I want to thank y'all for listening to this pod, man, because I
Nah,
get to talk
I
to
ain't
him
done.
less.
Yo,
I want to talk to him less.
No, so and that's the crazy part. Like I'm like, okay, so people are mad about that shit. Oh well, she took a job that could have been a black person's job. If it doesn't matter whether she could have done that if she was white. Then what's it matter? She's still in there doing her job. Okay, that part. Now the second part, she could have did that if she was white, but she feels like, she claims, right? She feels like on her inside, definitely by injection, because she's identified herself to be black. So we can't be in this situation, in this country, in this climate, where people are allowed to fucking label themselves to be whatever the fuck they want to be, but the black people.
You just made that light bulb go off, man. That was what we were talking about. Like, people identify as whatever they want. She was a pioneer.
Yo. Out front.
Yo, she was one of the first people to be like, this is who I am.
This is who I am.
And I want you to accept me.
Nigga, she got fired. All that shit. Lost her job. And who did that to her? It wasn't no white people.
She was a trendsetter. No, you niggas did that. But
yeah, straight up.
Wow.
Just like that.
Wow. Man. You
Just
know
like
what?
that.
I also think, though, that like she was in there in the NAACP and wasn't messing with no black dudes, because I feel like a black dude would have opened her legs and been like, oh, no, those lips are thin.
No, she was fucking a black dude. They had adopted like 3 black kids or something like that.
Nah, because he must never look down there then. Maybe he just ate it with the lights off.
Hey, homeboy was like, shit, pink is pink.
Nah, white vaginas got thin lips, man. Like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm saying, like, he would have been like, wait a minute. Let me see your family pictures. Like, let me see
these
what's
lips
going on
is
here.
too damn firm.
Yeah. Got the red band around it still, like the baloney. Like, I feel like he would have known, man.
Why do your pussy lips look like they're about to say nigger?
I'm just letting the air just kind of. This is ignorant. I'm sorry.
Nigger. Nigger. That's the pussy fart. Nigger.
Nigger.
All right. I'm just saying.
That will not be the episode name. I take that back, man. They're not all thin. They're not all thin.
Maybe not.
I can tell you who probably had a fat one, and this is in the news right now, was old ML, the Monica. I got to big up to Bill Clinton real quick, man. I don't know why it keeps coming up in the news, but I mean we're approaching 40. We had a pretty fun single life, you know.
Yeah.
I don't remember every chick's name I got head from. He got head one time by Monica Lewinsky, and we've been talking about it for like 30 years.
Yeah. Firehead.
Like the head, the shot heard around the world, right?
The head.
That was a long shot.
The cum shot heard around the world?
Yeah, man. It's back in the news, man.
Bill's Willie is back in the news?
It's back in the news. I guess they did a documentary on Hulu about Hillary, and I guess he came out saying that, you know, one, he hates that defined her whole life, because there's nowhere that she can't go that I won't recognize her.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people are known for a lot of different things, but if you walk past Monica Lewinsky in the mall, you're going to know her face.
Yeah, what that mouth do, Monica?
Right. And see that right there. Like, think about that, man. All of the sexual escapades you had in your life, we're not public figures, so nobody knows. She has to live with that. Any job she goes into, her name on paper alone is like, oh, okay, she's coming in here. And that's the first thing that comes to mind. That's a shitty way to live. I'll say that. But he had I don't know why he decided to make the statement of why he was getting head in the Oval Office was to
Hold
say
on a second. Hold on a second.
What?
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna let you go on.
All right.
So you feel like let's say you I'm not gonna do Michelle. That'd be disrespectful. We're not gonna do that.
No,
let's say
that's the queen. That's the queen.
Let's say somehow Oprah. Let's say you went down on Oprah and you were her, mouth for the South, right? For like
Mouth of the South.
Just putting it down, and then it came out like, yeah, like I got like she was all over the place. I got her, I got her little vajayjay juice right here on my sweater. Right? I was putting in work.
Right.
Do you think it'll be like that bad for you to walk into your next job interview at, I don't know, Gateway Computers, and they're like,
no, but
hey,
that's the double standard between men and women. Like if I ate out Oprah, I'd be like, oh, you ate out Oprah, and people would have questions. But for her, she's gonna be objectified in a different way.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you walk in there and homegirl that runs the place is like, hey, I heard you. You know what I'm saying? You put that work in. You wouldn't be like.
That's why the magazine's called O.
Yeah. Oh.
That's it.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, we don't even need the rest of them letters after I do it, boy.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if she was like, if you come in here and you put that work in, I got you. 6-figure job.
Then I'd be getting objectified the same way they doing her.
I'm just asking you, would you be cool with that?
I mean, what's she look like? And I mean, wait a minute. No. What's the salary here? I gotta know how this is gonna affect my family.
I said 6 figures.
6 figures?
6 figures.
I think I'd be in trouble if I didn't.
Okay, that's all I want to know. Go on,
maybe.
Proceed,
But,
please.
okay,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I didn't mean
Who knows?
I didn't mean it.
So, so Bill, I don't know why. I don't know if it got asked as a question, but he was just like, it was something he did to cope with the stress of being the president. He said it was like, it's the hardest job in the world, they say. So, I mean, if you think about it, remember when Barack started and when he ended, like his whole head was gray. So I believe it's stressful. He was trying to relieve that stress.
But that's what Hillary's for.
Obviously, she won't doing it.
I mean,
she won't doing it.
I mean, yeah, but you can't look. Okay. Look, you can't. You being the president of the free world, all right? Most powerful man in the free world, all right?
Hillary won't suck in no dick.
Even if she's not, you can't be putting America's dick in that much danger of you getting caught out there. Like that makes America look limp dick.
I mean, no, it wasn't limp until she finished, but I'm pretty sure that. I mean, okay, can we agree? More than likely, Hillary was not doing it.
Hillary probably was not. No, she probably wasn't giving that head up like that. No.
So was he supposed to turn to alcohol? Was he supposed to turn to smoking? Was he supposed to turn to cocaine? If you're the president, I mean, I think you should be able to get some head. What's wrong with that? Why are you quiet now? Nah, let's talk about it.
I think you can't cheat on your old lady like that if you're the president of the United States.
Sure you can.
Barack was smoking them Marlboros. He went back to, he's probably smoking Newports, but he probably went back to smoking them shits because he
was smoking when he first started. And I think he quit sometime while he was in office. But Barack and Michelle is not Hillary and Bill.
Hillary ride him? She wasn't doing that thing?
No, I doubt she was doing any of that. And I promise you, Michelle was. I don't know that for a fact, but from listening to seeing the way that they interact, you could tell that they were like really in love. There's political relationships and there's relationships. Theirs was a political relationship. Bill was basically single in that White House. And I'm not saying let me say this.
No.
Let me say this.
No, you can't.
No, bump it. No, fuck that. I'm telling you right now, yes, it's wrong to cheat on who you're with, but everybody got reasons for why they do it. Cheating is not one of them things that's like, oh, men do it, women don't never cheat. That's bullshit. I'm not saying that it's a nice reason. I'm not saying he should have did it. I'm saying he had a reason.
So you're saying his reason?
That's it. That's all I'm saying.
His reason for stepping outside of, because this ain't homeboy to work at Foot Locker. This is
it's not
the guy that runs the world, basically. In some sense, stepping outside of his to get his dick sucked, and that's okay.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying he had a reason.
What do you say?
He had a reason. He was trying to deal with stress.
So he was stressed out.
Okay.
And Hillary wasn't. So you're saying getting your dick sucked is the stress reliever, and that's what he needed.
You don't feel better after you get your dick sucked?
I mean,
answer the question. All right, then. And she wasn't doing it. So here's my question.
But why don't you just go beat off?
Because that is not the same as getting your dick sucked, sir.
I mean, it's not.
Look, at some point, it's going to change up on you. Okay? So are you saying that what you're saying? Okay, let me back up. You're saying he should just go without. That's the right decision. Go without forever.
No, I didn't.
Because what does divorce in the White House look like? Is that better? Is that better for his approval rating?
Well, I think
for real. Like since we there.
Do you know how much pussy that saxophone playing motherfucker would have got if he would have divorced Hillary Clinton?
Bruh, if you think that was the only thing he did, you stupid. How much he would have got? How much did he get? We only know about her.
So we
only know about the one.
For the safety,
like I said, the shot heard round the world.
For the safety of this union, Monica doing her thing is
she probably kept us out of a war or two.
You think it's a war or two?
Maybe. We don't know what's in them, the meetings.
I mean,
and he probably went in the meeting and he had just came from seeing her and they was like, hey, what you want us to do about these insurgents over and such and such? She was like, man, fuck that shit, dog.
You can't do that, man.
Man, we good, man.
You can't do that.
They just tripping, dog.
If Hillary doesn't sign off on that shit and be like, it's cool, then you can't be out there getting your dick sucked by the fucking intern, man.
Okay, but we also don't know. All right, this is where he's messing up. Mm-hmm. If it had got expressed, maybe. Like, let's say he brought it to her attention. This is something I need.
Okay.
And this is any relationship. Like, okay. And she's like, no, that just ain't me. Mm-hmm. At that point, and like you said, he's the most public figure in the world. He's in the White House. Mm-hmm. What president has divorced while they in that seat?
Man.
0. Because it's a political spot. And that marriage is a part of it. And she ain't giving up no first lady spot because the relationship ain't working out. We gonna ride this thing out. And that's where the politics really come into play. You know that was their relationship already. I think he said back then that they won't getting it in and all of that type of stuff. So is he right? No. 100% not. Nobody should cheat. Male, female, president, Burger King cook. Whatever. But everybody got a reason and it's always not a pretty one. It's not a pretty reason. And his reason wasn't pretty either. He absolutely shouldn't have did it. But when I see him give these interviews, what it sounds like to me is he's mad that all of y'all know he got his dick sucked. He ain't mad that she did it.
Oh yeah, because I mean, just like you were saying, we finna get into this shit right now. Just like you were saying, like when she goes to for a job interview or out in public and people recognize her,
it's not a good look for her.
She is not okay. It's not a good look, but she is also looked at as someone that was taken advantage of, even though she will tell you or has said in interviews how she enjoyed it.
Yeah, right? She wasn't. That is a narrative. She wasn't getting. Okay, you could make the argument of, she was just seduced by his power and everything. But she said that she really liked him too.
Yes, like they spent a lot of time together. And
I'm not saying that he didn't use his. Well, I'm also the president to go ahead and get that in. But at no point was it like there was no consent type of thing. And over the years, I feel like it started to turn into that.
Yeah, and that's where that's what I'm getting at. It's like when she walks into a room, she was taken advantage of. Right, she's a victim. People look at her as the guy that sucked the president's dick, however long ago or whatever. Like that's the stigma based on her.
Fake news.
So, but when he walks into a room, he's the monster. He's the person that made this, this young lady that was very impressionable, put that presidential penis wherever he liked, shot all over her clothes. You know what I'm saying? Assassinated her character and all this shit, right? So
that's where he went too far.
Well, when he busted a nut on her,
he ain't had to shoot the dress up. Yeah, that was where he went too far.
That was. Hey, no. See, no, that's what she didn't handle her business. If you down there, whatever happens down there, all right.
Yeah.
You make sure you got. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you taking care of that shit down there. That is. Your fucking area of responsibility. Your area of responsibility is right there when you down there. Don't blame anybody that the shit getting your fucking hair, all right, on your neck, or whatever else. Make sure you put that shit where you're cool with it being.
Like y'all knew the end result when you started.
Yeah,
it's going somewhere.
And if you, hey, ladies, and if you don't know the end result of what may happen when you go down there, don't fucking go down there. All right,
YouTube it or
don't
something.
even go down there. Don't go down there if you don't know what's going to happen.
Don't waste the time.
Don't waste our time.
But and this too, Bill. How come he didn't be like, hey, where are you going with that dress?
Yeah, yeah.
Where the fuck you go?
Where the fuck you going? That's a good impression.
All cool. Like he should have real quick got real cool on her.
Hey bitch. But
do you know who the fuck I am?
So fucking big Willie style in this motherfucking bitch. Bring that sweater back over. So he walks into a room and he's looked at in a way where people are kind of, they've forgiven him, but they're disgusted by the fact that happened so long ago. And to me, that is the difference when it comes to like you said something about cheating before, right? And even though she was a part of the situation, people don't demonize her or look at her a certain way. It's kind of like in a relationship when, like, let's say it's the woman that cheats on the man. There is a thing where it's, well, what wasn't he doing for you?
Yes.
What was he doing for you? Or did he run you into the arms of another man? Or what did he do to you to make you feel this way? You had to go seek that kind of emotional, whatever, physical, whatever elsewhere, right? You're the victim. Right. Now, for men, it's always, what the fuck did you do, you piece of shit? What did you not give her? And like you said before, you're absolutely right. Where people say,
you podding now.
Well, men, we're men and women to me, I'm gonna say it's 50-50, right? Men cheat as much as women cheat as much as men.
Yeah, whenever I see people get into that argument online and they like to go, oh well, it's always the man, or not always, but they say that men cheat more than women. I know a lot of females. I fall into the friend zone a lot, and I'm fine with that. What happens to the dude in the friend zone is we know when your girl is cheating on you.
Yeah,
we just not your friend. They're telling me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it goes like you said. I think it's about 50-50. It just depends on your experience and who you talk to. But everybody does it, and everybody has a reason. The problem is, it's not a pretty reason. It's not wrapped up in a bow because life just ain't.
Right.
Life just ain't. None of these answers are going to be easy. You never know how long somebody has felt neglected. And they go, well, why did they cheat? Why didn't they just leave? And then you get into the nuance of kids, finances, living situation. People would rather cheat than be homeless sometimes.
Right.
And I hope y'all are listening and realize when I'm saying this, I'm not saying this is the woman doing it. I'm saying everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's really shitty to jump on somebody and go, I can't believe you did that because you saw it on Facebook and it looks green on one side because you're friends with one or the other.
Yeah.
The people on the outside are never going to know what really happened in that house. And I don't care if it's my man's. I know he might be giving me a watered down version of what happened to make himself look good. And I won't try and figure out both sides unless it's real simple and you can show and prove. But it's not going to be an easy answer ever. So Bill might have had a reason for what he was doing that's not convenient to hear. Mm-hmm. Your homegirl up the street that's cheating on the dude that has a good job and this and that, you might be like, girl, what is he not doing at home? Mm-hmm. What are they not doing for each other, though?
Well, that's the thing about it. You hear more about it from women because it's more acceptable for a woman to talk about why she cheated on a man. And why, why it's okay that she did it because he works too much and he's never this and he's never home and he doesn't do that ladies, and he doesn't do this and yada, 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 yada.
You're going to have yourself a broke man, a busy man, or a dope boy.
Broke ass niggas, what you gonna get?
It's gonna be one of those three. I promise you. The dope boy might be home all the time because he got people in the streets, but he going to jail eventually.
You're definitely not gonna get what you think you're getting. Let's just put
You're
it
not
that
getting
way.
what you think you're getting. I know. Like at one point last year, I had 4 jobs.
Shit,
Self-imposed, but I was trying to make sure that I knocked shit out. I wanted to get to a financial position. I'm there now, feeling great. I'm gonna have some strip later. So, if he's not busy and he's home all the time, then I'm assuming those men start to get that this motherfucker always on the couch. Mm-hmm. He don't never be doing a damn thing. Mm-hmm. Or if he's working, he worked so much, so such and such at the job, he was there for me.
Oh,
and I needed that. The work husband.
Oh,
the work husband. You know that dude that eyeball you while you getting your salad? That's the work husband. You know what I'm saying? He looking over her shoulder down the blouse at the titties while you over there busting your ass.
Yeah, the work husband you allow to say shit at work that you don't allow anybody else to say to you at work. Yep,
that's the guy that you always going. Stop playing.
The guy that you don't file the HR complaint against, that you let talk slick to you. That's your work husband.
Oh yeah, right? the HR complaint is how you find out if you ugly.
Oh, that's like the club. That's like the dancing. That's what happens when you get older. It ain't.
HR is the other chick that can see your face.
Yeah. No, I got you, boo boo.
Yep, that's it.
But the reason why you don't hear about it, the cheating, like from a guy, because as a guy, it makes you look inferior to be cheated on by your woman, right? It makes you look inferior. It makes you look weak. Makes you look like, okay, well, you ain't taking care of your shit. Like, as a man, how do you go out and tell other men or the people in general that your woman cheated on you?
It's not socially acceptable to hear.
It's not, because now it's like, what weren't you doing?
Why weren't you holding it down for her? What is it that you want? Because dudes will even tell you that.
Yeah.
Dudes will tell other dudes, man, what was you doing that she stepped out, bruh? Yeah. Because you supposed to be the man. She can't leave you.
What were you not doing, motherfucker? Like, what'd you do? And it's never... I was doing everything. Like, I was doing everything. There's never enough. If she has a reason if she has something that can be said to you or about you, that you weren't being active in this space over here. Yeah, the lights are on. There's food in the refrigerator. Y'all fuck from time to time. You give her flowers on her birthday, and there's always the bullshit that people cheat about. It's like, well, you don't like celebrating Valentine's Day, or you don't like celebrating Boxing Day or Flag Day. And I love Flag Day.
Well, I think the problem is, and it's not to get into like a internet social media conversation, but we have way too much access to each other's thoughts and feelings now. So it gets broadcast differently now when the breakup happens.
Yeah.
But people tend to cheat, in my opinion, for 2 reasons. And it's more or less 2 reasons. It's either because they want to, and that's just who they are. They want to go out, they want to do some wild stuff, they want to cheat. Or they were missing something.
Right.
And that something, when it gets conveyed to the other people that are listening, for the people that like to broadcast all of that shit, it's not the same important something to the other people. It was to that person that was in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So, and normally, just, when you hear it, it's like trivialized through, it was a sex thing. He said I wasn't getting enough sex. If the man, let's say it was the man or the woman in that situation. Let's say the woman wasn't getting enough sex. Because now we're flipping it, and now it's different, Oh. But whichever side of it was, if your partner has expressed that to you, and you fail to address that concern, you should know. Whether you shrugged it off as it's just not me, or you tried to step up to the plate, it's still there. Mm-hmm. And it's still a problem. If it's a money thing, and it's you always spending money on something else, and then they end up cheating because they end up talking to somebody that's a little bit more financially stable, it's because that piece that was missing was an important piece to them. Fuck what your friends think. It ain't about what your friends think. It was important in your specific situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the way that it gets turned around. That's not the way it gets turned around for dudes.
Hey, man. Hey, let me ask you something. I'm going to ask you something that's going to be real, real quiet between me and you, okay? You ready?
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think... Oh, this is going to be bad. Fuck it. All right.
We about to get in trouble. Go ahead.
I don't know if I should... Maybe I'll save it for another one.
Speak your mind.
Okay. I want to save it, man. I'm kind of scared, but fuck it. It's weird. Illegal opinions. Here we go. Do you think that men and women should make the same amount of money?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'll fight that to the death.
Why?
Because it shouldn't matter your gender if we're doing the same job. Now, this is I've had this argument or conversation because I agree with women on that, and I do believe that it happens in the workplace, except for certain types of jobs where the wages are just kind of set. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in those corporate positions where you literally go in there and vie for a salary, I do think that there's some men in that, good old boys club that want to make sure that the woman is making less money for whatever reason. And I think that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. So, I don't know where else you was going with that, but I feel like that's a problem. And I think it does happen more than we realize. Because I know females that's happened to. So I can't dispute it.
Can I make an argument?
Sure.
Not an argument. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You've been on dates before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When you were at the restaurant, who picked up the check?
I did. I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
When you went to the movies, who paid for that?
I mean, depending on the date, but okay, 9 times out of 10, usually the man is paying for the date.
Okay.
Right?
You drove your car, your gas.
Are you saying it because we have more expenses?
I'm just saying.
Is that where you're going?
I'm just asking you questions, bruh.
No, tell me right now, yes or no.
Yes.
Is that where you're going?
I'm just saying.
We pay for more on the date.
We pay for more.
Should make less money? Are you serious?
Hey, I think there should be I should get a little bump, like a dating bump. Like if you're with the
bruh.
Look, if I'm going on a date, if I'm dating, let's say we're both teachers, right? If I'm dating a teacher, I don't want to do that.
It's too late.
Let's say
you're already there.
All right, let's say we're both teachers, right?
Already there.
Let's say we're both teachers, right? We're both teachers, and I go on a date. We make the same amount of money, right?
All right.
We go on a date. We're taking my car. I'm coming to pick her ass up.
Right? It's your car.
My car, my gas. Go to pick her up.
Your gas. I'm with you.
We go to fucking O'Charlie's or wherever she wants to go. Let's say she want to be fancy. Hey, I love Ruth's Chris. Well, bitch, if I'm taking a Ruth's Chris tonight, I'm getting my dick sucked tonight too. Ooh. Different conversation. All right, so let's stay with O'Charlie's because we're not getting our dick sucked tonight. So we go to O'Charlie's.
You can't expect sex just because you bought her food, Marcus.
Let me tell you, I'm not okay. All right.
I would love to see the pendulum in women's heads listening to this. They were like, I was like, fuck Sam. Now I'm like, fuck Marcus.
There's logic in what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm listening.
So if we go out, right? So you're saying like the price of me asking you out is taking you to dinner, picking you up, that's not free. Taking you to dinner, that's not free. Whatever activities, drinks, or whatever during that time, all that stuff not free. I'm paying for all that stuff. Taking you home, that's not free. So date after date after date, courting costs money. So if the woman, and don't go in the comments when this shit's over and jump like all you motherfuckers all of a sudden pay for all your own shit on your dates, because don't fucking lie, because I know it's what you're about to do.
That ain't even what I was going to say.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the women listening to this.
No. I'm talking about even for the comment section. I was going to say she didn't ask you to do none of that shit. And this is coming from the same dude. No.
Okay,
this is coming from the same dude that doesn't mind buying a drink at the club. You argue with me about that shit.
If I buy you a drink, I didn't argue. You argue with me. I don't give a fuck about you doing a two-step for fucking.
But this is what I'm saying.
For a month of Sundays to meet a girl. I don't care about that.
That chick didn't ask you. Whoever you saw in that club, that russet did not ask you to buy her a drink.
So if I ask you on a date
to take her anywhere,
so if I ask you on a date
to get that conversation started, so you're paying to keep that shit going. So you can't be saying she need to make less money now because you want to continue that. You start that trend off top
by buying her a drink.
Yes, you immediately spent money off top. Why you mad now? So because you bought her that drink in the club, she should make less money at work?
if we're going on a date and I'm paying for everything every time we do something, don't get mad because I make more than you when you don't pay for shit.
Well, you better have a conversation with her because you sure set a precedent up top that you don't mind just spending money to keep this conversation going.
First off, I said we're both teachers.
Okay.
We meet at work.
You met her at work. But I'm saying if that's your mindset of like, I don't mind spending if it's going to open the door to something. So you're picking her up, you're taking her to the restaurant, you're going to buy her a drink there too.
So if I buy you a drink, that means you should never put your hand in your pocket for not a goddamn thing ever?
No, if by date
that's
number
what you're
3,
saying.
No, if by date number 3 you haven't had that conversation and been like, all right, I'm kind of feeling like this is kind of a one-sided thing. You need to do a temperature check and see if she's just using you for food. Because women don't act like y'all don't do that too. Y'all will use a dude just for meals and you ain't got no intentions of talking to him.
Oh yeah, somebody's definitely got their name as Jimmy John's in their phone. Like,
oh, absolutely. Not Jimmy John. Just a sandwich dude. Oh, man.
Somebody is definitely Chicken Philly in your phone.
How hurt would you be, dog, if you called her phone, you sitting next to her, and you just in there as nacho fries?
Yo.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's it. I will have an issue with that. But all I'm saying is, I don't. If I'm with somebody, let's say, and we have the discussion comes up of how much you make, right? And let's say we're fucking marketing people, and she's like, "Yo, like, I mean, I know you work over here, I work over there. Like, what do you make for doing the same job?" If I say I make, whatever, which is the conversation I wouldn't have because people try to, but and if I said I make this amount, and she was like, "Well, I make like $5,000 less than you." And if she wanted to give me a speech about that, I would sit back in my chair and I would say, well, let's do this right here. We've been dating for a month now. How many times have you pulled your wallet out of your pocket? Because in my dating life, I can tell you, I've been in situations where women don't even reach for the fucking check. Ever.
Absolutely. That happens. But again, you better check and make sure you're not just being used.
Well, how would you know that? Because if you go on a date, like, what's 2 weeks of dates? Like 4 dates, right? Is that cool?
How many?
2 weeks of dates is 4 dates.
Okay, fair.
All right, so if you've gone on 4 dates in 2 weeks and she ain't reached her fucking purse one time, how are you gonna know when you're being used? Because that's what it is.
Well, okay, I think we're also talking about a much younger man's game because back in the day, and especially depending on your financial situation, I mean, if we're still using the whole we're both teachers thing, older me would have a conversation after about date 3 and be like, so what's the deal? Like, are we, because honestly, to me, that would be a sign of maturity on the female. If you are like, look, I know we've been having a lot of fun. I'm good with that. But I do kind of feel like all of that is falling on me. That would tell me immediately if she's in it for the money or if that matters to her. If we both teachers, she should understand. I think if in that scenario, she'd be like, all right, cool. But if she just wanted them females, because some females put a lot of stock in themselves online, you get to know them and be like, she got nothing to offer. But she wants you to keep shelling out money. You'll find out what type of female you're with. You'll be like, all right, you know what? We had a good time. I'm going to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
What's date? So you're saying a week and a half in, you're like, hey,
week and a half.
Are you going to grab one of these checks around this bitch or what are we doing?
You ain't got to say it like that. You going to grab one of these checks around this bitch? See, that's how Marcus did it. That's how Marcus did it. Did you do that?
Do what?
Did you do that to a female?
Nah, man. I've never done that. But
I feel like you was like, did you just slide it towards her?
Nah, I was like, I ain't bring my wallet.
Start patting your pockets.
Like looking for your keys and your phone and shit. Like, where my shit at? God damn it. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. I mean, I can't believe I did this. I ain't never did this before.
But no, but men, you're going out, you're paying for most of the shit. And it's expected because that's just the way society is. All I'm saying is, if you're in a situation, I mean, because, men are, we bring the money, bring home the bacon, all that bullshit, right? So, and I don't want to hear no shit about, no, you're not expected to do that. Yes, you are as a man. That's what happens when you go out. I'm out. I go out a lot of times and I'm just looking around. People watching. And if there's a lot, because I'll just try to like diagnose if somebody's just on like a first date or if somebody's, engaged, they've been together for a long time, whatever, just fucking around, like just playing a little game, right? So you can kind of tell when you're looking around and fucking women are not reaching out. They're not reaching for the check ever.
Yeah, you can definitely tell. That's the most fun part of the date to watch. If you look at another table when that check comes, how they react to it is great. It is wonderful.
And I can honestly tell you, I can't remember one time when I've been out watching a man and a woman out eating, and the woman grabbed that shit. Like, don't worry about it. No, I got it. So if we make the same amount of money and I'm paying for everything, I want you in the house bitching about how much I make.
Well, in the teacher scenario, I mean, if you put it in that box, then I think they'd be more apt to go ahead and be like, all right, we both know the struggle because they're so underpaid. But in a general, like back in the day, like we were saying, you meet somebody in the mall. Hey, I want to take you out. You have already said, I want to take you out.
Yes.
You can't be mad at her for not picking up the check.
I'm not the first date, second date. I'm not tripping about that.
Okay. You talking about like down the line.
I'm talking about like we date like 4 and you ain't done shit.
If you're dating a chick for a year, you're probably going to pay. Well, I can't speak for nobody but me. I'd probably pay for 80% of everything.
Word. Now imagine us being young airmen in the military and a year into
decisions, though. I think that's the difference in what we're talking about. It's decisions. Because as much as, yes, I understand where you're going with that line of thought, she should still have the opportunity to make the same amount of money you're making, and then the playing field is even. But I don't think she should just make less money because the man is expected to pay for dates.
Yeah, man.
I get what you're saying, though. I completely understand it.
Dating a woman is an expense for fucking sure.
I agree. They would call it an investment, but investments are expenses too. If you've ever invested in anything, you're still spending money.
You are, and that shit's
so that's not.
You're not getting that shit back till way later.
Y'all got to stop with that one because that's still an expense. Like,
dating me is an investment. I know a lot of prostitutes in California say that they're entrepreneurs. So we ain't doing that no more.
So it's the chick I picked up in Grand Theft Auto. I mean,
entrepreneur, right? Speaking of entrepreneurs, you and these fucking russets, these potatoes, what's happening?
Man, I heard you last pod. I asked you like how your weekend was. We started off real chill, and you said that you had given up alcohol for Lent. Yeah. Right, which I thought that's admirable. You know what I'm saying?
Man, is it? No, that shit sucks.
I mean, I get. How you doing? All right.
I'm finding out that I am a lot more clear. I sleep better. But
really?
I'm fucking hella boring.
Maybe because I felt like, and I mean, I know we're still a young pod. We keep saying that. 4 was my favorite. Yeah. When I went back listening to it and whatnot, I felt like we were our most true selves. And you're a little on edge this one, bruh. So I didn't realize. Yeah. I mean, they say things affect your mood, this and that. But I digress. The russets was I don't want to disrespect females. I really don't like using the term bitches because for whatever reason, and please let me clarify, when they go, he been saying russets this all podcast. He been calling us bitches. No, I'm not. Not all of you.
Well, not all of you. What the
not
hell?
all of you. What no, for real. When a female talks bad about a dude and want to be like this nigga, they're basically calling us a bitch, but that's the word that they use for.
Sometimes they put them both in there.
Yeah, a bitch. Yeah, or a bitch nigga, right? Bitch nigga. But it's specific to, if you ask me, like it's specific to the dude that I was talking about. Yeah. When dudes just say bitch as a general term, they take it as it's about all of them, right? Mm-hmm. There's different kinds of potatoes out there. You might pick up one of them, them reds, or them golden ones that you can just go ahead and cook. Yeah. The russets, you gotta peel them hoes. Yeah. That's like the bottom of the potatoes, bruh. That's the bottom potato. So I like russets because it's very specific. Now, if I say russet and you feel like I'm talking to you, hey. Oh. I can't help what kind of potato you are.
Okay, so what I'm saying? If you identify as a russet.
Yeah, I can't help you. If you're a russet, you're just a russet. You bitch you. Yeah. I can't help you with that.
That's stupid. You can't.
You can't call women a russet?
What if you're a russet that identifies as a gold?
I think there's a lot of russets that identify as gold out there. They don't realize they are russet because somebody washed them off good and they can only see the clean spot. But no, you a regular ass russet potato. Them golden potatoes got jobs and goals and dreams, but you just a russet. You in the ground.
Just in the I got you. No, I want to do that too. How about this? For next podcast, we're gonna do this. You, instead of saying bitch, you're gonna use russet.
Yep.
And instead of saying bitch, I'm gonna say dish.
Yeah, I want to get away from that. I really do, man. Like,
why?
I know. No, I'm talking about from saying bitch like that. Like, I've never.
You mean just for like 40 days?
Yeah, we can just run it as an experiment. Next part, let's do it though, because I've never been the guy in an argument with a female to call her a bitch. I feel like it's just base level. I can't. I've never been that guy. I don't like hearing. I don't have any friends that do it. Y'all hear us talking to each other and using the term generally, but like in an argument, I've never called a female a bitch. In an argument, even the girl I hit with my car, I didn't call her out her name.
The prostitute?
No. Oh no, I meant in real life.
Oh shit.
I never told you that story.
No, man. I don't know if you want to do it here.
No, it's cool because it wasn't. I didn't like run her over. It wasn't like that.
You said hit. I don't think there's a way you could put hit and make it sound gentle.
I mean, okay, I'll tell it because at the time I was being assaulted, so that's what happened. I can't remember the girl's name now. It was somebody I went on a couple of dates with a long time ago, obviously, but she was one of those females that like to hit. You ever date a female that like to swing on you, like playfully?
No. You
haven't? Okay, maybe I was in some. Look, y'all out there asking.
What's love got to do with it, asking?
What you gonna do, Ike?
Oh shit!
Hey, the women out there asking who hurt you, that russet.
Oh man.
No, like I was dropping her off at her house, and she was mad at me. Wow. Look, she was mad because I didn't buy her the meal she wanted. Wow, Marcus.
Look at that.
Nah. Okay.
Proceed.
So yes, we went out to eat. And she wanted like something else that was like real expensive, and I just and it wasn't like I was like man, you tripping. I was like, I don't have the money for that.
Chicken Alfredo.
Russets love chicken Alfredo. Nah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do remember that being the argument. Now that you made me recall it, but I was like, this is a real stupid argument. I was like, I don't feel like this is something I should have to fight with you about, but get out the car, basically. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we were having this argument at our house, and I'm still not a jerk. Like, I know despite what y'all are hearing today, regardless how you feel, I've always been a gentleman with females I was dealing with. So I still, even though I wasn't happy with her, was trying to walk her to her door. So I got out of the car. When I got out of the car, she came around to my side while my door was still open and was hitting me.
Damn, nigga.
And was like, you not just gonna disrespect me. And I was like, I'm not disrespecting you. And then you gonna walk me to my door. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I'm up out of here. So I went to get back in the car. Mm-hmm. And she starts like hitting me in the shoulder. And I was like, I'm gonna back up. My door was still open. I was like, I'm not gonna sit here and let you hit me. I'm gonna back up. She was like, you ain't gonna hit me, bitch, nigga. Oh, so
hit you with both of them.
I let off the brake. I put my foot back on the brake. The door hit her enough to where she stopped hitting me.
Man, you didn't.
But now she felt in danger of the automobile. So she moved. I closed my door and I left. That's not hitting somebody with your car, is it?
You hit her with the bad boys too?
With the door?
Yeah. With the bad boys too? Was she at? She was.
Oh, with Gabrielle Union? Nah, man.
Damn.
Nah,
she threw that door open and hit that column, and my man flipped off the side of the damn parking garage.
It was like a little love tap. Love tap.
Love tap. Nah, man. You going. Never mind. I'm gonna pray for you.
I ain't going to jail.
No,
I ain't
you
going to
cool.
jail. We good. We good.
Yo, I've done that once, and the only woman I've called a bitch during an argument. I'm not a big arguer, despite what you guys hear here. I don't like to have, I'll have a tough discussion, but I'm not into the yelling and arguing part. We'll get into that on another podcast. But the only woman I've ever called a bitch during an argument was the African girl that called me a nigger. I called that bitch a bitch.
Oh yeah. Like if it's to that point, then absolutely.
She's like, you nigga, you black nigga. I'm like, bitch, if you don't get out of here.
Yeah, that's different. I'm talking about like somebody you're intimately involved with. That'll never happen for me. Like if we are in any sort of thing where we care, unless you just blatantly like disrespecting my mama, like I'm not going there with you. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Let me get you drunk in a strip club somewhere dicey, and we'll see how you act then, huh, Mr. Gentleman?
I don't like strip clubs, so.
You don't like strip club?
Nah, I feel like you're paying for nothing. Like you're paying for her to get you hot and then send you on your way.
You don't pay.
Why am I paying you for that?
I don't pay for nothing in a strip club. I pay for drinks.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like a dance from a chick.
No, I don't get dances from. I don't do that. Like,
oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's
like
different.
I guess in the South it's different. Like growing up in the South is kind of a different kind of a tradition. Now there are cats that go out there and throw a bunch of money around, but
yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I got some people that are into that, but like you said, I don't want you to come over here and grind me and get all that glitter and shit all over me. Now I've given you $40, you walk off my dick hard. Now what? I'm not. I'm paying. I'm paying you to send me home with blue balls. Nah, but the drinks are normally pretty good because they you get the drinks, and just hang out, just chill out.
Yeah,
I'll tell the motherfucker as soon as they come and sit by me. Hey, baby, you want it? Nope.
Yeah. That's nah. I can't see myself sitting in there to get hot and bothered to go home to also not do nothing.
Wow.
Like that's ridiculous.
That's 2 disappointments.
Yeah. Like don't nobody want that. Like,
oh shit.
Like, hey girl, you got me hot. Well, cool. You ain't allowed to touch me. Cool. Come in the house. Hey, I had a good time at the strip. I'm going to sleep. No.
Damn.
Combo breaker.
Combo breaker.
Like, I'm a feel away, bro.
Yeah, you gonna feel away, all right. You gonna feel away.
Yeah. Man, we've been talking for a while. All right, look, listen. I'm gonna wrap that one up. I'm sure most of the women have already turned this off.
That's fine.
But I wanted to start doing something, man, because we are fortunate enough to have people following the pod that are actively engaged and listening every week, and I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So, in our Illegal Opinions fan group, I pose to everybody, hey, ask us a question. Like, if there's something female wants to hear a guy's perspective on, or, whatever, bring it to our attention, and I'm going to read it on the air. And I did not tell Marcus what it was.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I am an agent of chaos in that kind of a way.
I'm excited.
It's part of this. I like not knowing sometimes, but this has kind of got me a little nervous because what kind of shit is that to say I got a good question and I'm saying, what is it? And somebody says, nah, we gonna wait. I'm like, okay, must be pretty good then.
Yeah, because I know how your mind works in a way, but when I read it, I was like, I have no idea how he's gonna respond to this. So it was intriguing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I posed a question online, and I said if you want it to remain anonymous, just inbox one of us. Secret safe with me. So, no names. All right? I'm going to start reading it. It's a good paragraph. It fills up my screen.
Okay.
So, here's what she says, because it is a she, okay? Yeah, I feel like that's important to know, like, just for some context.
Offer it.
All right. So, one of our listeners, thank you so much. She goes, so, I'm almost 40. But for some reason, guys my age or older really don't check for me like that. So for the past few years, I've been out there cougaring hard. You hear me? So I was having that's what it says, man. I don't know what to tell you. So I was having dealings with this 24-year-old since the summer. She's almost 40, right? Since the summer. Off and on type of situation. Last time we hung out was mid-January. We're cool, but not in a relationship. Fast forward. Just met someone a couple of weeks ago. A really nice looking guy, like 3 years older than me. We've been out on a few dates and all as well. So we started showing pictures of each other, family, friends, that kind of thing. Lo and behold, he shows me a picture he took of him and his 2 sons. It was then I noticed that one of his sons is the boy I've been messing around with. I said nothing. How should I handle this situation? Should I not say anything and act all surprised when it comes out? Or should I just end it all and ghost them both? Or should I just tell him? Side note, the dad and I have not engaged in sexual activities yet. ... which I'm pissed about because I was kind of looking forward to it. LOL, shaking my head. I'm interested in hearing you guys' opinions on it, because I know it'll probably have me weak. The end.
You goddamn right it is.
Goddamn right it is what?
The end.
Of what? Oh, come on. Give it
to
me.
You gotta. Have you not seen The Brothers? You have to let that shit go.
So you think she should ghost both of them?
Yes, you have to. There is no...
Why? She's single.
Nigga.
She can do what she wants to do. Why she gotta ghost both of them?
Because let's say, okay, she's like, all right, dad, since you're more my age, more my speed, I want to fuck with you. Like, I want to do this thing. Then she runs into the son while she's with the dad, which is going to happen somewhere. You can't have your son looking at you in your face like, I've been fucking your bean. I've been fucking your bean. I've been fucking your bean. I've been fucking you. I've been fucking you. I've been fucking you. I've been fucking your dish.
Stop.
I've been fucking your dish. You can't do that.
Now you're a deity.
Yo, you can't do that.
Well, all right.
You
but
can't.
At the same time, did you reference The Brothers?
Yeah.
Morris Chestnut. No.
That's what happened in the movie.
But she didn't sleep with both of them.
Yes, she did.
In the movie,
she slept.
I think in the movie,
she slept with both of them.
Sleep with both of them?
Yes.
Yeah, she did in the movie.
Because she was like, I didn't know that was your dad. I didn't. And the dad was like, hey, son, I mean, I know what them guts is like, but I don't mind if y'all date. Because he already smashed. So dad like,
I'm going to have to watch it again. I don't think
dad
he
like, that's my sloppy seconds, bro. Go ahead and, you know what I mean? And Gabby, old whack ass, I knew there was a reason why I liked you. You got your daddy dick.
I don't think he smashed in the movie, but we're not talking about the movie right now. For the situation that we just read, right?
It's just what happened.
Okay, so do you think she should have said something when she saw the pictures from his dad?
Nah, man. Nah.
Nah?
Nah, no, because here's the best thing for you to do. Just get away from there and leave them both in the dark. Move away from the situation and leave them both in the dark. Like, look, you know what I mean? I found somebody else, or I'm fucking moving. Anything.
I'm moving?
Yeah. You might have to move for real. But anything, like you have to get away from that situation, because there is nothing you can do to make this okay. Regardless of which one you kick it with. There is nothing you can do to make this okay. If you
it's gonna end bad. That's
if you keep kicking it with the son, y'all keep fucking around, the dad's gonna see you and be like, well shit, man, like you was kissing me and shit while you was sucking my son dick. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. At some point it's gonna end, and it's gonna end bad. When I read it, my initial thought was, if you're gonna continue, because she obviously, has feelings for the dad, you're gonna have to be upfront with him before y'all get intimate. I don't think she has to ghost anybody. I think that the situation is gonna, you never know. Like, depending on how her rapport is with the dad, he might be like, "Oh, for real?
Me and my son, we fuck the same dishes all the time. It's all good."
No, I mean, not to say that they might not be messing with the same ones, but you don't know if you don't know if the dynamic is like, "Oh, you was doing that, son." Like, it's a small world.
I remember a small world.
Hey,
Dad, no.
Small world, son.
You're not getting a small world. No,
bruh.
It's a small world.
I just said a couple of pods ago that I went and got a female's number, and it happened to be a female that was the sister of somebody I already dated. I said that. It's a small world. It could be okay to happen. Now, what he does with that information is up to them. If he goes, all right, this is too weird, cool. If he chooses to call his son up real quick and be like, how was it? That's the position she puts herself in. Bro. So it really depends on what she wants. If she wants to pursue this dude, she got to tell him.
Well, yeah, that's 100%.
Or she needs to ghost the dad and keep messing with the young one.
You have to tell either one of them, whichever one you decide to end up in this extremely bad situation with. You have to tell them, like, hey, I was dating your dad and I didn't know that was your father. Small world.
But what if she chooses wrong and the dad's dick is whack and she could have just stayed with the son?
I mean, you know, you gotta, life is a gamble sometimes. You gotta take a risk. 50.
But then he 24, so she gotta get used to buying Cookie Crisp all over again. You know?
Oh yeah, like she definitely reaches for the check in her relationship.
Oh, she better.
If she want to eat somewhere nice.
Yeah, but see, she could get with the older dude and they can like keep each other's levels straight and be like, "Have you taken your joint pill this morning?" You know,
you take that fish oil. I got you. Hold on, baby.
Osteo Biflex real quick.
Osteo shit.
They can scratch together before sex. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. But if she wanna, you know, he gonna be trying to take her to like Jump Zone or whatever it's called.
Say
rock and jump.
Nah.
Yeah, you know, like I ain't jumping on no trampoline at damn near 40. It's a whole nother set of pelvises down
here. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Get out of there.
Man.
Don't do it to yourself, please.
All right, let's see. There you go. Marcus said get out of there. I said roll the dice. Pick one.
Or do that shit and then let us know what happened.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Fuck both of them.
fuck both of them.
And then wait for the family reunion, you know. I want you to go in the group and video live when you walk in the house. And both of them is like, my girl on the way. Oh, she just texted me, mine coming too.
She sure.
They show up at the door together, be like, yeah, I'm at the door with your girl or whatever. And then boom, it's just you standing there.
Yeah.
I want that video.
They both say the same time. They both say, "Hey, baby." And they look at each other like, "What?"
Like, remember living single back in the day when Scooter came back?
Oh, shit.
He was like, "Hey, babe." Hell yeah.
Yo.
Do that. I want to see it, so I don't even care what happens to you. So,
I'm curious. I want
to know what's on your mind.
What if she got the clap from the son and then gave the clap to the daddy?
Oh, come on, bro.
Just make it clap.
Right. Man, I ain't even gonna wish that on him. Hope everybody involved is clap free.
You know them young boys. They don't like no rubbers now. They like the goddamn
that word. I've heard that word completely different because of you since episode 2.
Gotta get them rubbers, boy.
No. You can't have both of them naked dick. You can't.
Hey.
Yeah, if the son is putting it down, well, she said that's not like a permanent thing. They sound like the young dude is like, oh, okay, you're probably teaching him a thing or two. Then he going to, you know, whatever chick he messing with that's closer to his age group, and she's like, where you learn that from?
What, you mean his girlfriend?
Oh. Like, don't nickname it. That's why it's not a regular thing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you know what? Look, now that we done said that, yeah, just date the dad.
Man.
You know what? Real talk. Everybody in that situation is grown, right?
Nah.
No, I mean, okay, the kid is 20-something, but he's still technically grown.
Yeah, okay.
She can do whatever she want to do. So if y'all ain't like in a relationship, you can do what you want to do. You can pop up with the dad and be like, oh, yeah, we weren't serious. Like, we was just kicking it, right? That's messy, though, right?
It's messy because the son going to tell the dad, you know I've been jamming her up, right?
But not the way dad doing it.
You think it matters?
I mean, no, that ain't gonna matter. I was just playing.
I gotta go home. I gotta go right. Like if I find out my son and me have been fucking the same woman, I gotta go home immediately and wash my dick off.
That's weird. Like, I'm thinking about it now when my kids get older and like, nah.
See, yeah, think about it. Live with it.
Yeah, you just made my brain feel dirty.
You were fucking the same girl as your sons, nigga.
Ah,
it's just gross.
It is. I know they washing habits. So like now I'm like, oh, I gotta tell him to take a shower.
Hey, and you know your son got herpes.
Oh, come on now. That would be wild. Like especially if you knew like something like that was happening in your family. Okay, yeah. Now you made it weird. So
I'm sorry.
Abandon all of it. Delete your Facebook. Change your name.
Move.
I done changed my mind like 3 times in this. The more we depending on where we stop, like my mind has changed. Yeah.
Change your name. Witness protection.
Did we help her at all? I don't think we helped her at all. So yeah, if anybody else wants some of our advice,
just write in. We got you right here on the Illegal Opinions Podcast.
Oh my God! And on that note, man, we are up out of here. You got anything else? We closing out?
I'm out.
All right, cool, man. Hey, thank y'all so much once again for listening. I want to shout out a couple of group members like I always do. Lonnie is in the group, making it hot. Lonnie McAllister in there. Appreciate you. Matt Coker, you've been a supporter of mine all the way through my comedy journey, and I appreciate you for that. Always will, man. I know y'all are waiting for it to pop up on different streaming services, and we getting it. They're all coming. So yeah, until next week, y'all. You know, we're gonna keep it greasy.
That's right.
We're gonna keep it hot. All of your opinions are yours. You're allowed to have them. One day I'm gonna write this shit down and have like something I say at the end, man. I'm still trying to feel it out.
Feel it out. Feel yourself out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do that when we stop recording. But
okay.
you know, your opinions are yours. You're allowed to have them. If you're offended by anything that we said in this podcast, it might not be the one for you, because we're gonna talk about men, women. The men are really not gonna like us when we start talking about the dumb shit they be doing, or we be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen too. So stick with us, man.
Yes.
All points of view.
Yeah,
all points of view.
Hey, don't hate me. I love you.
Shit, I think I broke the mode on it. I think this is gonna be the first one where I get the hate mail.
I hope so.
Because I get all your hate mail.
Thank you for being my shield.
Yeah, I get all your hate mail and just kind of guard you from it. You know, yeah, just so y'all know, ladies, he got an inbox too. Shit. Y'all don't have to send it to me.
Sam Ridley Comedy.
No, Marcus. God damn it. At Gmail.
I wish that was my Gmail. It is my Gmail. It is my Gmail. Marcus. God damn it. At.
Y'all do your thing, man. Y'all be good to each other, man. And remember, you can't cancel us because we're not on. Y'all can change that though. Tell somebody, please. Stop sharing this friendship for so cheap. All right, man. We up out of here. Thank y'all so much. Peace out.